Chets, you must be very frustrated at conceding again near the end of the game.
Yeah, I am. I thought we created more chances, especially second half. We had to fix something at half time, even though we had a positive at half time, we had a clean sheet. So I had to change something at half time, I had to be a little bit more positive and take the game to him a bit more, and I thought we did so. Even before we went ahead, Nathan Thomas really should have scored. Ads has saved it with his heel. But no, it's a pleasing point, but again, we'd have preferred the 3, and to concede again so late is annoying.
If it happens every so often, you go, well, it just happens every so often. But I think that's the 11th time this season that Notts have conceded after the 80th minute. Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. Concentration is one of the main words we used inside. Blocking crosses would be a great start. A lot of the goals that we concede come from crosses, so we've got to do some work on the training ground. Obviously, the assistant manager was here tonight to watch the game. So we've got some work to do with the group, and we all know that, and we've spoke inside that we now have 20 odd games where we've got to be better and get more points to get us out from where we are. You
mentioned that in the first half it wasn't perhaps clicking, although you had your clean sheet. What changed? What did you change in the second half to all of a sudden see people like Elliot Hewitt releasing and cutting through the middle of midfield?
We needed to get players higher up the pitch, put some more pressure on the ball. So we put Elliot and Noor a little bit higher, which freed Elliot a little bit more, which I think suited him. You see the drive that he went across through the middle of the pitch. It was excellent. And just people being positive when they receive the ball and not being in a negative mindset. I know we're in a precarious position, but we need to be positive when we have the ball. And when they are being positive, they look a whole lot better. And I thought second half was a whole lot better.
You mentioned that the new assistant manager is here this evening. Have you spoken to him? I wonder what he made of the game.
Yeah, I showed him around today, showed him the training ground. He's been with us all day. He said, well done, we worked hard. But like from now, obviously the manager will come in when he gets back from his holidays and work with Neil. And they'll put their spin on everything that they do. So we've got some hard work ahead of us, and it's over to them now to get the best out of the players.
Down the stretch and just before they scored, it looked like you were trying to bring Sean Brisley on and trying to get him on, but he had so many layers on that he was trying to take off because he was cold while he was warming up, that it almost seemed like you couldn't get him on in time, and in the end it was maybe a substitution too late. Did you want to bring him on sooner?
Yeah, it helps if the ball goes out of play though, Charlie, as well, so which is kind of tough if the ball's not out of play. Yeah, we would like to get him on sooner, but we couldn't, and people have to defend in the middle of the goal and stop the ball going in the goal, so whether it's Briz's tracksuit or the ball not being out of play, other people have jobs to do as well.
There was no John Stead again tonight, no Kane Hemmings, Matt Tootle on the bench, no Louis Alessandro, obviously no Enzio Baldwin. We'll come to Enzio in a moment, but what's the latest with Stead and Hemmings and the like?
Tonight's game was probably 2 days too soon for them. If we had a fixture this weekend, they potentially would have been fit. So it gives us a little bit more chance to work with them more and get some more into them before they play in their next game, whether it be the Checker Trade Trophy game or the following league game. That's up for the management to decide now.
And of Enzio, I understand that's not good news.
No, we're still waiting on the results of a scan, but we're not quite sure what it is, and we're not quite sure how long the injury will take, so I haven't got an answer for you for that one at the moment.
How does it work for you now over the next few days as you kind of pass on power, if you will, to Neil Ardley and Neil Cox in the game?
I go to Ilkeston tomorrow afternoon for the 23s game against Southampton, so we prepared today for that. We've got that game tomorrow, and then I think Neil will have a little bit of help from myself. Obviously I've been with the team more than they have, just to give them some assistance and take them through as much as I can.
Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I have really enjoyed it. I would have liked 6 points in the last 2 games, but I'll take 2. It's 2 more than we had before the last 2 games.
What have you taken away from it that you maybe didn't know beforehand, or what have you just taken away from it going forward with your own coaching career?
Not too much really. I've done this before, I'm not a complete novice at this. I've done it at a lower level, and football's football. You need to get the best out of players, you need to keep clean sheets to win games, you need to score more goals than the opposition, so it doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out what you need to do.
Well done, Steve. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.